This is the weather stripping module. It's used to show the difference between having a door properly weather stripped and not properly weather stripped. Now, before we get into that though, you first have to determine, do you really need weather stripping? So a good test to do that is to stand inside your home, close your primary door, and then visually just look around the perimeter of the door and make sure you don't see light. If you see light coming in, you have to address that gap. This door has been properly weather stripped. So when I open that up, you're going to see weather stripping around these three sides. This one on the bottom has no weather stripping at all. So I'm going to shut these back and then introduce air to show you the effects of not having that weather stripping. Notice how the one on the top with the weather stripping, we have no movement whatsoever. Then the one on the bottom, we have lots of air movement, which definitely shows we need to add this weather stripping. We also have some different examples of weather stripping here. This first one is foam. It's the least expensive. It has an adhesive peel back, and you peel that back and place it around the perimeter. It's a good temporary solution. It may not last as long as some of the others. The second one actually screws in, so it will last until you unscrew it all the way around. And then these three here are actually friction fit that you just simply by friction place around here. So that covers those three sides. The bottom, the threshold, there's a few different ways to address that. If you have that bottom plate, you can unscrew it a little bit and see if it raises up. And if you still see light, there's a couple of other options. One of them is a sweep. It actually attaches to the outside of the door through a nail or a tack. And that way when it's open, you can still open the door, but it blocks that cold air or warm air from coming in. Then another type actually goes on the bottom of the door itself. Now these you have to make sure you buy the proper width because some doors are wider than others, and this actually fits underneath the door and blocks that air from coming inside the house. Since doors and windows do account for 20% of air infiltration, this is definitely something you can address, and you can do it yourself. So simply do the test to determine if you need it, go to the hardware store and install the weather stripping yourself. It's a simple, easy thing to do to save money on your energy bills.